Hello fans and friends across the universe and welcome to my YouTube channel From Me to You. My name's Keir Smith. For today's video I wanted to pay tribute to the great Denny Laine, who sadly passed away on Tuesday the 5th of December at the age of 79. After a long struggle with an unpredictable and aggressive form of lung cancer. Denny will of course be best remembered for his time with Wings, and his contribution to the band was big, a lot bigger than he gets credit for. Denny was a multi-instrumentalist, a songwriter and a constant sounding board for Paul and his ideas. Wings are one of my top 5 favourite bands of all time. I love the singles, I love the albums especially, and some of my favourite moments across the band's career are down to Denny Laine. And so I was keen to make this video and talk about some of those moments. So I'll start with Wings' rushed debut album, Wildlife, and there aren't too many highlights across this album, but I do like Denny's vocals on Love Is Strange and the title track especially. And you can hear Denny and Linda working on their vocal harmonies here. Sure, they're not perfect, but they would perfect them as the band went on. Onto the band's second and much improved album, Red Rose Speedway, and again Denny's vocals lend themselves well to Big Barn Bed and the closing medley, which is excellent. There's also a rather playful B-side around this time called I Lie Around, which Denny sings lead vocal on, and I really like that. But Denny's contributions were far greater to the band's third album, their breakthrough album, the monster hit that was Band on the Run. His guitars on the title track, his harmonies on the power pop of Jet, and the gorgeous harmonies on Bluebird. The harmonies get even better on the blissful Mamounia, and he co-writes the song No Words, which I think is very good. And you can hear him loud and clear on the drunken sing-along that is Picasso's Last Words. He further contributes to the band's success in their next album, the excellent Venus and Mars. Those vocal harmonies are again superb on songs like Magneto Entertaining Man, and especially Listen to What the Man Said. That is absolutely glorious sunshine pop. And he sings lead vocals on the spacey, chugging rocker Spirits of Ancient Egypt, which I love, one of my favourite songs on the album. Save for the dopey lyrics about a pound of love and cooking it in your stew, but Denny Laine should have intervened there and said, Paul, can we write something else there instead? And we get a great song from Denny Laine on the band's next album, Wings at the Speed of Sound, with the strutting, bluesy rocker Time to Hide. I think Denny's vocal here is fantastic, and I love the horns and the harmonica especially. It's a great arrangement, and save for silly love songs, I'd say that this was my favourite song on the album. And he also sings lead vocals on the Paul McCartney written The Note You Never Wrote. And this is an eerie and spare arrangement, and Denny's vocals are again superb here and seem to fit the mood and feel of the song. Denny's plaintive vocal sounds as if he's abandoned on the shore. Again, another song I really like and a favourite on the album. And of course I have to mention the close, intricate, glorious 3-part harmonies on Silly Love Songs. The harmonies themselves are absolutely perfect, but I also like the counter melody of the vocals. It's a stunning arrangement. And Denny looked like he was having the time of his life on Wings Over America. Of course he performed the Moody Blues hit Go Now, which is fantastic, and a cover of the Simon & Garfunkel song Richard Cory, which is nice enough. And Denny co-wrote the band's most successful single, selling over 2 million copies, Mull of Kintyre. Paul apparently had the chorus and Denny wrote the verses. But regardless of Mull of Kintyre's incredible popularity, I much preferred the B-side, the brilliant Girls' School. Those soaring harmonies are so good, and that's what makes Wings special to me, or extra special to me. It's those 3-part harmonies between Paul, Linda and Denny. They are something else, something different. You certainly don't get that from your average rock band, and it really adds a different flavour to these already brilliant songs. Wings are a vocal group, obviously hugely talented musicians from all of their lineups, but it's the vocals that make the song so great. And as members of Wings came and went, Paul relied on Denny that bit more, and I think he trusted him a bit more, and that was certainly evident on the band's next album, the brilliant London Town, where Denny co-writes no less than 5 tracks. The title track, Children, Children and Deliver Your Children, which Denny sings lead on both. The folksy ballad, Don't Let It Bring You Down, and the stunning disco, sea shanty, whatever it is, the brilliant Morse Moose and the Grey Goose. Deliver Your Children especially is a big favourite of mine, a top 10 Wings song in fact. I love the lyrics, the flow of the song, Denny's guitar playing and his vocals, both fantastic. Children, Children is a really cute, playful number and a really nice melody too. Another great single from Wings was the disco-flavoured Good Night Tonight. And you may remember in the excellent video where Wings are dressed up in all of their finery, where Denny and Lawrence Juba are very politely trading some very cool guitar licks. And onto the band's final album, their brilliant swan song, Back to the Egg, where Denny contributes another really good song with Again and Again and Again. 2 different parts of a song pieced together to really good effect. Sung in that very simple but ear-pleasing vocal that Denny has. And elsewhere, Denny contributes guitars to songs like Rockestra Theme and the brilliant So Glad to See You Here with, again, great harmonies. And after Wings disbanded, Denny contributed to Paul's solo albums Tug of War and Pipes of Peace. And he would continue making music with various solo albums through the 80s. Many of you will know one of Denny's more popular solo songs, Japanese Tears, which he wrote after Paul's infamous marijuana bust in Japan, where Wings were of course due to tour. And that's a song I really like, so if you don't know it, you can find it on YouTube. Go ahead and play that one, I recommend it. It's got a deliberately oriental feel to the string arrangement and a lovely vocal melody. And if you're interested, Denny has a really interesting solo album from, I think it's 1988, called Master Suite. And this is all instrumental, largely folksy, but dual guitar work, beautiful melodies, a really nice listen, just under 40 minutes. It doesn't outstay its welcome. It's not just folk, there's a bit of rock and roll and a hint of reggae towards the end of the album, but as I say, lovely melodies throughout. And that's it. I love Denny Laine. His contribution to these albums that I love so much can't be understated. He's a special guy. Denny was always smiling. He seemed good-spirited, a happy soul. He came, he saw, he conquered. He's made some great music and he was the perfect wingman. May God rest him. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you next time.